So I've stuck with it ever since. So maybe it is. Maybe it is like a 3-week thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and I wonder if it's just like that for like foods, or if it's like that that it goes into like other aspects of your life. I know with exercise, for a while, like whenever I would have when I was training for the marathon, Michael and I he would kind of prompt me and push me a little bit. But after a while, if I missed a day, it felt like something was missing. Part of my day was missing, and I wonder if that's how you feel when you don't. If you ever happen to miss part of your routine breakfast, would you feel hey, something missing?
Yeah, like sometimes on weekends I'll get up late, and by that point it's like I'm so close to lunch. I'm like, I'd rather just not eat this and wait for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And it does kind of throw my day off a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit different. I have a friend who just ran a marathon in Michigan. He lives in Minnesota. He is running in the Boston Marathon. I think he qualified for the Boston Marathon. Big time runner. But he ran this marathon in Grand Rapids, and he has to take 10 days off because I guess when you run a race like that, you're supposed to take like 10 days off to let your body just kind of heal, get back into.
Yeah.
And he said, we talked the other day, he's like, oh my gosh, it's killing me. He's like, I just want to go out and run so bad, but I have to keep telling myself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, because your body doesn't want that, doesn't need that right now.
Right.
But it wants it. It just doesn't need it. How's that bread?
I do remember when we were training for the marathon, afterwards it was kind of weird because it was like I was making the transition to move back down to Wise around the time the marathon took place. All the Andy Dick stuff happened. All that happened within a 10-day period.
Oh.
Coming down, actually all of it happened within the 7-day period. Coming down, the film with Andy, going up, registering for the marathon, and then a few days later running the marathon, all while arguing with Terry because we lived together and moving across the state. So all that was going on within like 10 or 12 days.
That's a pretty big life event.
Yeah.
Pretty big life
So
event.
after that, I didn't really run for a while, really. I mean, when I first moved back to Wise, I tried to run. Couldn't really get anybody interested in running with me, and then it became really cold in like December, January, February, so I didn't really run much then. And then when Shelly and I first started hanging out, we started doing yoga, and we would turn on the air upstairs and then move things in the bedroom and just do yoga. And yoga is freaking difficult.
Alex does yoga, and she's like, oh, just try it just one time. So I was like, all right, fine, I'm going to try it. And I had like a bad knee. I had that really bad knee that even if I touch it, like hurts. That hurt almost the whole time. But then beyond that, like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't like hold the poses. Like I was so exhausted. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Did you make it through it all?
I made it. And I asked, so Alex, she went and did like outdoor yoga a couple of days ago. And I was like, oh yeah, is that like the yoga that we did? She's like, the yoga that we did was beginner yoga. This is real yoga. I was like, nope, not doing it. I'd rather run 10 miles than do that any day of the week.
Man, yoga.
Oh, that's too hard.
I probably did it with Shelly. Like sometimes I would make it through because we did like these DVDs. She would make it through every time. And she would make it through like every pose every time. I wouldn't make it through every pose. Some I would, but some I wouldn't. But it was, man. And I did it twice. I used to go to the gym when I lived up in D.C. And they had yoga classes on, I can't recall, but they did offer one on Saturday morning at like 7 a.m. It was early. So I did it twice. And it was so difficult that I couldn't do it. And that was after like training for the marathon. I mean, I just could not do. I mean, I could do it.
It's hard.
Man, it was very, very difficult.
And I'm like a big guy. Like I have like big bones and big shoulder, and like I have a very high gravity. So like I don't move gracefully. There's nothing graceful about me at all.
Yeah.
So doing yoga where you have to use all your strength and you have to be kind of graceful in the moves that you do.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'd rather go barreling through the woods trying to run than do that, or get out and swat at flies with a tennis racket.
Yeah.